Asking Ethan after that loss to San Francisco to get the win in Sonoma, the back-to-back wins last week at home. What has been the difference, especially on Saturday? I mean, you had Rocky with career night and Malik really playing well, but what has been the difference in these last 3 wins?
It's great to see Rocky do so well as far as statistically and putting things together. His injury is now long gone, and he's not wearing a tape anymore, and he's feeling good about himself, and he's now obviously hitting on all cylinders going into the end of the season and playoffs on the horizon. So that's a good thing for us. Tom also feeling a sense of urgency as far as his ability to play quality minutes, and Malik by far and away playing excellent basketball. Being a leader, a quarterback on a basketball team is so dangerous to the opponent because he can really score more opportunities than he gives himself. He's a pass-first type of guy, and he's a quarterback, and he wants to make sure everybody's getting touches and taking good shots each possession. But he certainly can create for his own shot and make them. He's a very good basketball player, and he's playing at a high level right now.
Final road trip of the regular season. Obviously, you guys want to keep on winning and try to get that first round home game in the conference tournament. Chico on Saturday, Stanislaus on Friday. Stanislaus, a team that struggled, but you don't want that trap game. I mean, you got to win against them. You go in there on their home floor this time, and how the guys stay focused, and how do you guys approach this game this week?
First of all, it's a very difficult road trip. It's logistically the most difficult of the season in that we have to travel all the way to Turlock from Humboldt. Opponents come here once a year, and they talk about what a headache it is and how difficult it is to get here. Well, we do it, as we know, every other weekend. This one's a tough one. Van rides all the way to Turlock, and playing them on Friday, and then getting up Saturday morning in Turlock and traveling 3.5 hours to Chico on a game day, and then playing back-to-back nights. So it's very difficult to put those back-to-back. You take a look at the statistics, and it's been a very difficult back-to-back weekend for most of the teams in the conference. So we're faced with that, number one. Stanislaus not winning in the last 11 games is so dangerous, and they'll be ready to go. They're coached extremely well by Coach Reynolds, a veteran, or the veteran of the league as far as the coaching staffs. And he'll come up with a game plan. Their players will be ready. They'll be at home, and they're dangerous. And we'll have to take one game at a time and certainly prepare for them all week, and then try to do a magic act and come up with a game plan while we're traveling up I-5 or 99 up into Chico, and get ourselves prepared for that rivalry game.
From a coach, from a team aspect, how exciting is this that what you guys are playing for, than the fact that having it, the second game of the road trip at Chico?
Yeah, we look forward to that environment. It'll be a great game. I'm sure it'll be close to a sold-out crowd. There'll be a lot on the line. I'm sure whether Chico wins or loses on Friday night, they'll still be in a championship run. We will be playing for a highest seed possible, and obviously a playoff game at home. So there'll be a lot on the line going into the Saturday night game. But Friday night, if we can win that game, then we've done our job and secured a home playoff game, which we're very excited about. And I'm sure the county is too. I'm sure we'll have great attendance for that playoff game. But we need to do our job and go win that game.
Is there any way to prepare for those rowdy crowds? I know you said the San Francisco couple weeks back, it was packed, it was noisy here for you guys, but going on the road for Chico, where they get the fan support, is there any way to prepare for the noise and just those fans?
Well, experience. In the past we've played at Arizona, we've played at St. John's, we've played, for our players that have experienced that, and playing at San Francisco State this year was a great experience, and the next night at Sonoma State was another sellout night, and we were successful there. And so having those 2 games recently under our belt, and then going into Stanislaus can draw big too. They have a great game management program down there, and we'll see what we get Friday night, but we certainly can't anticipate a big crowd on Saturday night. But it's experience. I think it's all about having those experiences and learning from them, and units on our team that will respond to any distractions as far as the crowd goes on Saturday night.
Coach, I got one question for you, and that's just looking back at the last matchup with Chico State and just looking at where they're at in the standings. I know your focus is on Stanislaus, but what are you going to do? What kind of changes are you going to make to be able to compete with Chico? Just their physicality, their ability to rebound the ball and play tough down low.
Yeah, they're big, they're strong. We've taken a look at some tape already this week, and we'll make some adjustments. And they've changed since the time that we've played them, and we've certainly changed since the time we played them as well. And so we'll take a look at our past game. We'll take a look at their recent games. We'll see how the chips fell on Friday night, and see who's playing well that week, and make sure we're fresh and healthy, ready to go, and play those players that night. So it's really going to be literally a last-minute decision on how we approach that game. I'm sure they're doing the same. They're concentrating on Cal Poly Pomona right now, and we'll concentrate on Chico State at about 10:15 p.m. on Friday night. We'll rechange our focus at that time.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.